amazing soul has been with the mountain and NBM from the very beginning. I remember that phone call like it was yesterday. I was introduced by a colleague that said, "You need to get to know this professional speaker." And I typically don't invite speakers like right off the bat unless they have backing from somebody that I trust very, very highly. And I didn't even know the person, Rob, who was referring this speaker to me. And as soon as I got on the call, within 2 minutes, this beautiful woman started to laugh. And let me tell you, everybody, Megan has the most intoxicating laugh that can make the entire room erupt in laughter. And up until yesterday, she had the best ending to a speech that I have ever heard until Michael Faber ended it with Flame On. But Megan, you have always been very close and dear, not only to my heart as a sister, but as a massive support to the Mountain Summit Virtual for the legacy of Joey, keeping the legacy in motion. And every time that you come to the Mountain Summit, I don't know what you're going to bring. And I love that about you because you have such an incredible, impactful story. And what I'm really excited about, the Unleash You Now family finally got to witness the goofy side of Megan Hurley and got to witness the greatness that I have known for a year. So, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we are welcoming back one of the OGs of NBM and of the Mountain Summit Virtual. Megan, the summit is yours.
One step, one shift, one ordinary moment that didn't feel dangerous at all. And then the ground was gone. That fall in 2017 wasn't just a fall from standing, it was a fall from already a complicated life. My first brain injury was in 2008, and I'd been fighting back every day since then. Fighting for strength, fighting to be strong, 1 minute, 1 second at a time. That day, everything did make sense. And then the next minute, there were sirens, and then the heavy silence of uncertainty, which is life with a brain injury. The collapse on that sidewalk that morning brought me forward to the concrete. And instead of fracturing my skull like in 2008, I broke my face. The many witnesses downtown in San Diego that morning all walked away. I was with my best friend who had to hold my bleeding body in her hands until the ambulance arrived. In that hospital room, machines hummed steadily, voices spoke in urgent tones, but no one could undo what happened. No one could rewind that moment and take it away. The scariest part is I remembered everything. I remembered the ambulance ride. I remembered every single voice in that ER. I cannot get that out of my head. Beneath all of that confusion and fear, there was a quiet fight beginning. But with that came a new kind of challenge. My eyes saw everything. My eyes still remember everything. That's when they began to speak. My eyes widened with frustration. They widened with pain. They filled with tears that hurt to cry. My eyes started to tell the story of what was happening on this journey. I was seeing the world through black eyes, through broken eyes that would take months to heal. Seeing the world through painful eyes. My light had gone out. The light in my eyes, the light in my smile, because my smile was broken too. Trying to heal from that brain injury was a battle in its own of trying to turn that light back on and ignite that spark. With every step of every fight, there are challenges and there are learning points along the way. This one was not fun because, again, you don't know about something until you have to learn about it. I had never broken my face before. I didn't know what to do. We had to get a plastic surgeon. Got a referral, called the plastic surgeon. Well, his specialty was breast augmentation. I said, great. I didn't know that I needed that, but will that help fix my face? He, he said, well, no, but would you like to make an appointment? I said, no, thank you. I need someone to fix my face, but sure, maybe I'll call you in 10 years, but no. Got another referral, called another plastic surgeon. We specialize in hand reconstruction. Thanks. Can you fix my face? No, I'm not sure why you called us. Because they keep giving me referrals. Who will fix my face? Oh, you need a maxillofacial surgeon. Why didn't I think of that? I had never heard of that. I've got a broken face trying to say the word maxillofacial surgeon. That was just mean to someone already with a brain injury. My husband Bob and I make an appointment. We go to see the surgeon, and I said, hi, do you specialize in hand surgery or boob jobs? And he said, no. And I said, thank God. So that means you can fix my face. He said, yeah, that's what I do. He was really helpful. He really was. He was very compassionate. He was wonderful. I told him that beyond the pain and beyond my whole face being black and blue and so many bones broken, I brought a picture of my mom because I look like my mom, like exactly like my mom. Some of you guys, I've seen the pictures. And I said, I don't care what you have to do, but my biggest fear, what I don't want to lose, because I've already lost my dad, I don't want to lose looking like my mom. Because at that point, I didn't look like a person really anymore. And I said, I don't want to lose looking like my mom. He said the scariest thing to me next. He said, I'm not going to operate on you. I said, but you're a maxillofacial surgeon. You're the one they sent me to. Now who do I go to next? He said, no, 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 no. Any surgery that I try to do will make it longer and make it worse. The best thing for you at this point is you need to wait out the healing. You need to wait out the swelling. You need to wait out the black and blue going down. That's what will heal you the right way. I had already been to the dentist the day after the fall, and he had built in fake teeth to build back the ones that broke, which my mom was thrilled for all of those years of braces back in high school. So thrilled to have that done. But the surgeon said, "Look, you're gonna have to fight healing this without surgery." The recovery just didn't look like a straight line. Some days felt endless. Finally, we had some hope. My eyes never stopped telling my story. Behind them came back my fight, came back my determination. Behind them was a spirit that refused to surrender to that fall and make that one moment in 2017 be my entire story. The recovery was long because in order to make my face heal, I had to sleep in my husband's leather man chair, the recliner. I had to sleep in that chair for 6 weeks in the den to keep my head propped up at a 45-degree angle for the swelling to go down and so that I wouldn't put my head down. That was hard. That was lonely. I could only drink smoothies because I couldn't chew food. It was lonely. It was isolating because Bob had to go to work. I will say he was the one who kept hope for us and strength for us when I couldn't see it. My friends brought hope and they brought strength. And as my eyes started to heal, I could see that. And I started to heal. That's how hope and strength that powered me through my healing. I survived in that courage to connect, in that presence of loved ones, a longer gaze rose, a stronger focus began. And that fall may have been sudden, but the climb back was slow. My story didn't end on the concrete because sometimes strength is not loud. It doesn't always look like standing tall. Sometimes strength looks like standing up from the pavement. Sometimes it looks like opening your eyes each morning and choosing to stay in the fight. I'm looking through the world with healed eyes now. My light came back. I found my light again and I found my smile again. I look like my mom. That spark came back. And with that, I lit the whole damn sky. And everybody here can do that too.
You know the way you're
That's the
sitting.
end.
There you go. I knew you were going to do that. You know the way you're sitting there, Megan, sitting like this with that
I have
smile.
my little guy.
What's up, Shadow Boy? You know, sitting like that. You got a new nickname for me as well. We're gonna call you Supermodel Megan.
I love that.
Okay. Absolutely crushed it. And man, I can't tell you. Megan's only missed one summit with us because she was traveling to go see family. I gave her a pass.
He even tried. He's like, "Don't you have a layover?" I said, "No, it is a direct flight to visit my brother and nephew exactly at the time." He really tried to guilt me.
I wasn't guilting. I was trying to find a way because you, maybe a little, but you were actually the one that felt horrible that you couldn't make it to the summit. So I was trying to
That's
find.
because you bring it up every time in front of everybody.
No, this time I'm not talking about the thing from the very first time. If you want me to bring that part up, I will, but I won't. But Megan, sis, gorgeous supermodel sister,
I love that.
you are absolutely phenomenal. You know, from the very first phone call to now, I can't imagine this summit, this mountain, if you're not a part of it, because you bring that spark of energy and that smile that resonates throughout every aspect of everybody's lives. And I know what it's like on a daily basis when it comes to the TBI. And trust me, folks, when she went to Delaware, she had no idea where she was going. She had no idea who was there. She kept lighting up my phone, asking questions, and I kept reassuring her and saying, "Trust me, you're going to one of the best places on earth." And now she has a full force behind her, and she texts me constantly about how much fun she had with you guys. And so, Megan, absolutely incredible. There are a lot of hands up, and I'm sorry, Deb, and I'm sorry, James, but Tim's hand was up first. So, Tim, you get to go first, my brother.
Megan, I got something here. I think you think you need to see that we need
Okay.
to go share right now.
Okay.
You know what it is, right?
Oh, you got your bourbon. I don't have my Buffalo Trace. That's our thing.
That's called our
That's how
celebration,
we end
baby.
each speech. We drink our Buffalo Trace.
That's right.
I love you. I forgot.
Yeah. Honey, you touched my heart today to hear you and share your story and to hear a little bit more about you really, really made me love you more. All right. And you're a leader in this journey, and I thank you so much for being a leader to me. All right. And you know what I mean? We do have a lot of things in common, and I thank God that you came into my life in Delaware and are a permanent part of my life now. So and today you did an awesome job. Very impressed with you as a speaker. I am very impressed with you as a speaker. And some of you know I've been in the professional world for about 15 years. So to hear you speak and the way you take command of your speech, I love it, girl. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you
Thanks,
so
Tim.
much, Tim. And I will admit, I I have never spoken about this aspect of my journey professionally until this morning. So I, in this group, knew I could take that on. So that means a lot that because you know how much I respect you as a speaker. So thank you for that, especially.
There seems to be a common theme where people are bringing stories that they've never talked about before, and I absolutely love that. So thank you for bringing that up, Tim. That has been a common theme throughout the last day and a half. So absolutely incredible. All right, James, go ahead, bro. I can't hear you. That's a first. I don't think I've ever said that to you before. Still can't hear you.
Still-
What? There's constant hearts coming above you, Mark, by the
I'm
way, just
dying
the
to
way
know what
you're
he has to
sitting.
say.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good. David, shh.
No.
Let me tell you that is how we greeted each other the first time we met each other virtually, and that is how we greet each other every single time we see each other, whether it's in person or virtual. It is all loud, it is all proud, and it is all with love. And Megan, I just want to tell you that it's an honor to be a part of your journey and a part of your life. It's an honor to know you to which the depth that I know you. It's an honor to just be able to give any type of feedback or insight. And what I love is that you are unapologetically becoming yourself, unapologetically, and that needs to be noticed, because even from when we first met and started talking about your aspirations and your dreams, and at one point it started like, yeah, I'm doing this, I can't. Now it's like, I'm fucking doing this. Not I'm thinking about it, I'm doing it, and you are doing it, and you get better at it. And even our brief conversation this morning, you're nailing it. You're trusting yourself, you're being yourself, and you're impacting so many people just by doing those two things. So I want to say I love you. I'm proud of you, and please, I cannot wait to see what happens in the future. And you're gonna be wrecking a lot of people in the best way possible. And I mean that. You're meant to inspire a lot of people for a lot of the right reasons.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, James. Go ahead, Deb.
Megan, hey baby, you've had my heart
Oh,
in your hand ever since you shared about your dad and the trains to New York. And so I'm yours. I'm all yours. Today, when I mean, I adored the storytelling. You had the hook, one step, another step, no danger, and bam. And you're in a second, right? In a millisecond, your life irreversibly changed. And so yeah, I love the strengthening of the storytelling chops. I mean, you've got them anyway. But just to reinforce what has already been said, when you also mentioned that, outside of your friend, your dear friend who was holding your bloody self, waiting for paramedics, that other people just went away. I wanted to chase them down and just slap them. It's like, but there's someone hurt here. Oh, so engage. I guess that would be called engagement. You had me. You got me again. You got me again. And thank you for letting me tag along in your journey. I love you. I adore you.
Yeah.
Mwah.